channel. I now own this channel.
Jacob is now the main person. No.
I own this channel now.
He wishes. But pretty much today we are doing, everyone is obsessed with my diamond here, my story animation.
Everyone, my name is Hazel and this is my story. Please like and subscribe.
No.
I was born to two genius parents who were masters of their craft. My mom was a big corporate lawyer, and her work mostly kept her away from home. But I didn't miss her at all because I had the best dad in the world to keep me company.
What is that face? Oh my god. Yeah, it looks like Superman if he was blonde.
Yeah, it does so.
Scientists, and I was like a mini version of him. I loved science too and hung around his workspace all the time. Look, Dad.
One time
I
you
found
accidentally
these.
shot him with that
Oh,
laser
no,
gun.
honey. Get away from that. I was really notorious
Ooh,
and would cause
rats.
trouble around the lab all
Rats,
the time.
that is gross.
Where did all the lab rats go? Hazel. As a result, Dad and his best friends, Mr. Jones, would shut me out of the lab during
Aw.
all their cool experiments, and I'd just hate it. I was 6 and a science genius in my class. I wasn't going to give up so easily. So I went to the kitchen to eat something and fuel my brain. But there I saw a really chubby kid munching on some donuts Dad had bought for me.
Why is there a random guy in your house?
It's very weird.
You thief! How did you get in here? The kid immediately dropped everything and crawled under the dining table. Tell me who you are right now,
I'm
or
gonna
I'm
call
gonna
the
call the cops. He came out shivering and told me his name was Andy. And surprisingly, he was Mr. Jones's son. As we began talking, he told me that he mostly stayed at home with his nanny and didn't really have any friends. And why's that? They all pick on me for looking different,
Yeah,
and
you're
because
fat.
I don't have a mom.
Aw,
Suddenly, his
sad.
eyes went teary, and it kind of melted my heart. Don't worry, I'll be your friend, and if anyone tries to bully you, I'll kick their butts. Before I could finish, he hugged me tight, and in no time, we became the bestest of friends. We even built our own lab and spent all our time
You
playing
built
together.
your own lab.
One evening, I was baking a cake to surprise Andy on his 9th birthday when I heard Dad and Mr. Jones arguing.
Oh.
Just then, Mom
The friends
grabbed
will get
Mr. Jones's
separated.
hand and stormed out of there. What was going on? I went in and Dad burst into tears and hugged me. What happened, Dad?
You
Mr.
got
Jo-
rejected because you're ugly.
No, her
Mr.
mum-
Jones married
his wife, yeah.
Okay? Oh, sweetie, I think I'm gonna lose it all. All the hard work I put into this one project of my life. Jones is gonna take it away from me, along with your mom.
Ooh.
What? Mr. Jones was stealing Dad's work? And Mom was siding with him? How could she? But before I could ask her, Mom declared that night that she was gonna divorce Dad and take me along with her. And
No,
I
you
just
can't do
couldn't
that.
keep my cool. No, Mom, I'm not going anywhere with you. Dad was the one who raised me while you were never here.
Yeah.
And now that he needs us, you
wanna
want to leave? You're awful. And I hate you.
Good
I
reason.
stormed back to my room while Mom tried to talk to me.
Yeah, the
I
mom's
wasn't
so
going to listen to
evil.
her. A few days later, Mom moved out, and I never got to see her, Mr. Jones, or Andy after that. And it kind
Really sad though.
Mm,
Whose fault is it? So evil.
probably Mr. Jones because he did steal the work.
Yeah. Poor Andy.
broke my heart. But Dad was more miserable than me. He lost all his money, and we had to move to a much smaller house. After that, Dad spent most of his time in his room. So I tried to come up with ways to cheer him up. Look, Dad, I made you pancakes. Look, Dad, I invented this super cool machine.
What a
But
genius.
nothing worked, and Dad's situation got worse day by day. Then a few days later, I saw Mr. Jones on TV, and he was being awarded as
Oh
the Scientist of the Year.
Oh my god. Mm.
For
that's
Dad's
so
research.
sad.
It angered me so much that I decided I was gonna get Dad's revenge on him somehow.
Better.
So I pulled
Kill
up my
Andy.
socks and started studying harder. And luckily,
He
I
probably
got into the
doesn't care
same
about
high
me.
school that was owned
Jones School of Academy. Yeah?
Oh my god.
by Mr. Jones.
No.
On my very first day, I was on my way to the principal's office to submit some documents when some girl tripped me in the hallway, and I fell onto a guy ripping his t-shirt wide open. and the girl who tricked me started yelling at me. How dare you humiliate my friend in front of everyone? Get up and apologize to him now. What? You made me fall. If anything, you should be the one saying sorry. How dare you talk back to me like that? The guy suddenly stepped in. That's enough, Rita. Let her go. What? Why? He came forward and handed me all my documents
Nice.
and took that girl away.
Look at a 6-pack.
Them. Later, I discovered that his name was Andrew and he was the football captain, and that mean witch was his friend Rita. And both of them were in the same class as me. Perfect. I went ahead and took a seat, but Andrew came and sat right next to me. Hey there. I'm sorry about how my friend spoke
Looks
to you.
like Roman from
Yeah,
the other one.
Wait, he also has the same headphones.
It's Roman 2.0, but they just named him Andrew. Like,
Because they couldn't draw a new character.
yeah, like literally. I'm in this one as well. Like, it's totally me.
Clear. She can be a bit intense. Is that why she's shooting lasers at us right now? Ignore her. Do you maybe want to hang out with us later? I think I'll pass. I've got so much to catch up on. But for some reason, that guy wouldn't leave me alone. At the cafeteria, in the library, and even after school. What was his deal? Look, I don't know what you're up to, but I'd appreciate it if you... I want to take you out on a date. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? You want to take this witch out on a date? Rita, watch it. Really? You want to side with this ugly duckling, Andrew? Fine, so be it. Gosh, this girl was crazy. But the kids at school were even crazier. The rumors of me dating the school's heartthrob were going viral.
Heartthrob.
No idea.
And as I entered the hallways, an egg came flying straight onto my face.
Probably
What
Rita.
are the chances of an egg coming flying into your face?
Someone probably threw it.
Let the dogs out! Who let the dogs out? Yes, we've done it.
Yikes! I rushed to the washroom to clean
Remember
it.
the egg?
But Rita came suddenly from behind and pulled my hair. How can you even
Yes.
dream
Tunga.
dating Andrew when you know he's mine? I pushed her away, and before we knew it,
Ew. Like, I don't know why people date. I don't know why boys like ask girls on dates in high school. I feel that's a bit early. Well, probably not.
Early.
The first time.
I mean, there is kind of people asking dates in my school.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Two people in my class.
What did they? Who asked first?
A boy asked a girl.
And what did the girl say?
Yes.
What? How? Who is it?
Jonas and like Lily H. Because there's two Lilies in my classroom. That's why it's Lily H. One's Lily
Are
B,
they
one's
like
Lily
New
H.
Zealanders?
No. One of them's like, I think they were born in New Zealand, but their mom's Chinese.
Oh, that's
And-
Lily H.
And then
For sure. No?
No, that's Jonas. And then Lily H. I don't know, like.
Yeah, a Chinese male is truly not great, especially if they're like a little kid. I think the time that I'll probably ask someone on a
Yeah, the
date-
girl is taller than the boy.
Yeah, because girls hit puberty first, so they get taller.
Yeah. Some
probably-
people in my class are taller than the teacher.
I'll probably ask someone on a date like when I'm like 16, because I'll probably have a bunch of like confidence.
And you might have a crush.
A what?
A crush.
Oh no, probably not.
Kringus.
I'll just probably go like.
Hello, you are ugly.
Like-
You want to date?
Would you like to come to the movies with me?
No.
You can pick
You're
the movie.
ugly. You're ugly.
It's probably gonna be so awkward.
broke into an ugly cat fight and ended up in bruises.
Yeah, because you're both
I
ugly.
had to tell Andrew to get rid of those rumors now. So I went ahead to look for him on the playground. But then what I saw next shocked me. Mr. Jones was hugging Andrew after he won the football match. And that's
Wait,
when I
Andrew might
realized
be Andrew's
Andrew
Andy.
was
Ah, I'm so stupid. Andrew is Andy's short for Andrew. Oh my god. There's also an ad in 1 second, but
Oh, we didn't expect that.
He's not fat anymore.
No, bruh.
That's probably why.
To
That's
son
probably why. 'cause
and
he's
my
not fat anymore.
childhood friend. Holy freaks! For a moment, I felt so happy about Andrew, but then seeing Mr. Jones burned me on the inside. And Andrew's offer to date me was a perfect opportunity to get closer to Mr. Jones and ruin things for him just like he did for my dad. So I went ahead and pulled Andrew for a kiss in front of everyone. Whoa, that was awesome, I know. That's what you wanted, right? And that's what you get, boyfriend. After that day, Andrew and I started dating officially.
I can't believe that.
Why is he wearing a suit? They're in a
Yeah.
park.
But depending on how nice Andrew is, I might have to name my son Andrew.
I mean,
Andrew's a pretty nice
Andrew is.
name.
Wait, what? Was that the last video or this video? Is he rich?
No.
I forgot.
No, that was Roman. Roman's rich.
Yeah, but why is he wearing a suit? I mean, that he would be rich because Mr. Jones is the scientist of the year.
Oh, yeah, true.
We'd spend most of our time together,
I was
and
not
he'd
wearing
make
a
me
suit.
laugh tons.
It's Roman though.
It was a complete
He's
surprise
the
to see
same
him
headphones.
transform into this really cool and outgoing person.
I'm outgoing like a dog.
Yeah, you go outside.
So different from how he was when we were kids. But of course, Rita fumed with anger seeing us together.
You
I couldn't help
always-
teasing her more. One time, I was working in the library after school when Andrew came and pulled
work
me
in the
out of there.
library?
Hey, what are you doing? Shh, it's a surprise. We then rode to a hilltop outside the city, and everything looked so beautiful from up there. Just then, Andrew ran back to his car and brought a big cake lit with candles, and it made me teary-eyed seeing how much this guy cared for me. Hey, are
He
you
looks
okay?
Exactly like
Yeah, never better.
And
I
then he
didn't even
pushes,
remember it was my
her
birthday.
off the hill.
It was then
It was the
I
birthday. Oh, she
realized
didn't-
I was really falling for him. But the
Yeah, I
thought
didn't
of
know
using
that.
him to get to his dad was kind of crushing my heart. I have been wanting to tell you something, Hazel. Before he could finish, my phone started ringing, and I was shocked to discover Dad was admitted to the
No!
hospital. Andrew asked his driver to immediately take us to the hospital, but I didn't want him discovering who I really was, so I asked him to stay back. Later, the doctors told me that Dad was quite ill and needed a lot of care to get well soon. I rushed to the nurse to inquire about the treatment and the expenses, but she told me everything was already taken care of. And it didn't take me
Andrew!
long to figure out who'd do that. I left the hospital and saw Andrew waiting outside for me. Why'd you do that? Why won't I? It's your dad, Hazel. And if you were in my place, you would have done the same. No, I wouldn't. His dad was the reason my dad was
He was right, and you would have done the same thing.
His dad was the reason my dad was so sick in the
first place.
Yeah.
And there was no way I was forgiving that man, even after what Andrew did for my dad. A few weeks later, Dad was much better and was sent back home. Andrew called me up later the same day and invited me for a party at his place. And that was perfect. Mr. Jones was apparently working on another big research project. And if I could get into their house and get my hands on
Get
it,
all on the ground.
Just forgive Mr. Jones and live a happy life. Like,
Because
get
Andrew will
married.
probably
Yeah.
catch you, and then
Yeah.
and then he'll find out who you really are,
Yeah.
and then murder you.
Yeah. Just forgive Mr. Jones, marry Andrew, have kids, and then you die. Okay.
And then kill Mr. Jones.
yeah, like
Hire a hitman when you're rich.
yeah, well, maybe when he's dead, just be like.
Elbows. You died? Yeah.
Just live a happy life and don't do the stupid thing. And where's your diamond here?
Yeah. Yeah, with your diamond hair.
No one's obsessed with your diamond hair.
well, it would be the
Oh, that might be the
revenge.
science project.
but
Like he knocks it over, it falls on top of her hair.
Oops, there's diamonds in my hair.
So I happily agreed.
just clickbait.
But when I got there,
Yeah, probably.
I was shocked to see Mom laughing and
Oh,
celebrating
yeah,
with
'cause they
Mr.
did
Jones.
very-
I couldn't help hating her even more. After a while, when Andrew went away to get me a drink, I sneaked further into the house and found Mr. Jones's study. Bingo! I was going through some papers and documents there when suddenly the door flew open and I was shocked to see Mom standing there. Hazel, it's you, right? Oh, my daughter. What are you doing here? She ran to me and hugged me tight, but I pushed her away. Don't you touch me. You're
Don't
not
you touch
my mom.
me? Why was there a
What are you
question mark?
saying? Then she looked at the mess I had created as I was going through all the papers, and the look on her face changed. What are you doing here, Hazel? I'm here to do the same thing that your lover, Mr. Jones, did to Dad. He stole Dad's research and took all the credit and money for it. With your help, Mom. What? Who told you that? That's a lie. Jones is my friend, not my lover. And he didn't steal anything. It was your dad who got greedy and tried to steal Jones's research and sell it. What? You're lying.
But then why would his dad get depressed for steal? I mean, like if I wrote
Mum
the-
left, probably.
Oh, that's probably it.
No, I'm not. Clearly, your dad has been feeding you lies. This couldn't be true.
No.
I rushed out of that room, but Andrew was standing right outside the door, and judging by his face, I could tell that he heard everything. But I felt too ashamed to face him now, so I just...
For visible results after
So I just visible results after first use. Yes.
That just changed everything.
stormed out of there, and Mom
How do you
followed
get
me
your
all the
diamond
way
hair
home,
tattoo?
too. When we got there, I went straight to Dad and
Dad.
confronted him about everything. Tell her. Tell your daughter the truth. And suddenly, Dad just broke into tears. Oh, Hazel, forgive me, my daughter. I can't believe it, Dad. All those years, you lied to me about everything. About Mom. How could you? 'Cause I love you, honey. When I realized I was gonna lose everything, I didn't want to lose you too. So you decided to lie and ruin my life?
Yeah.
All this time, I hated two innocent people and made it my life's mission to get revenge on them for ruining our happiness. I even hurt someone I really care about. All because of your lies, Dad. I can never forgive you. Ever. I ran to my room crying, but Mom came there and comforted me.
So bad.
I always knew you loved your dad more than me, sweetie. And I just couldn't force you to come with me when you weren't ready to listen. But I shouldn't have given up on our relationship so easy. I'm so sorry. Oh, Mom, I'm sorry for hating you
That
too.
is actually so...
Plot twist?
Yeah, plot
Out
twist.
giving you a chance. I moved
I want for Diamond here.
with Mom and we shifted to
Yeah,
a
there's like
different
2
city.
minutes left.
She got me enrolled
Even if you
into a
do
really
get
good
Diamond
school,
Hazel,
and
they
I
know
reconnected with her all over again. A few months later at Christmas, I was decorating the
Andrew
house with
came
my
and
mom
married you.
when I heard a knock on the door.
Hi,
I was shocked to see Andrew standing right in front of my eyes. What? What are you doing here?
He now has
Your mom invited
frostbite.
me. I still couldn't bring myself to look at him, so I
Sit
turned
outside,
around.
it's
But
snowing.
Andrew took my hand.
And then he kissed
Listen
me.
to me, Hazel. It wasn't your fault. Your mom told me everything. How does it change anything, Andrew? I hid the truth from you and dated you to hurt your dad. So you're supposed to hate me. I can't, because I love you. I've always loved you,
Yay.
Hazel, ever since we were kids. And you weren't the only one hiding things. That day at school, when you fell and you dropped your documents, I saw your personal information.
Bong, bong, bong,
I mean, that does make sense.
bong, bong, bong.
I saw your
I knew in an
information.
instant
I'm
it
used
was
to it.
you. That's why I couldn't keep away from you. You knew? Then why didn't you say anything? Because I didn't want to scare you away after what happened to our dads. I wanted you to realize I actually loved you.
That's actually
And I know
genius.
you do too. So please, stop running away
And then she married him, kissed him, and then they had love.
from it.
Wait, no, I wrote it that wrong. I wrote
And
it
then
that
he
wrong.
married him
And
and,
then
kissed
they
him,
married-
and then they have love. Ah, yes, they have love.
And then they had
Yeah,
kids,
that-
and then they had a
that-
happy life.
That's very not obvious.
Yeah, and then they went, and then they went to college, and then they had more kids, and then they died. I think.
Oh, they died straight after they go to
To his
college.
eyes, and I
Wow,
couldn't help but see
that's
the love from me
realistic.
and them. I love you too.
Ew! Yeah, that's just okay.
Just
Lovely jubbly, but anyway.
it's just. I'm a billionaire. I'm only 3. I'll try diamond milk
That was
today.
a fun one. I think. Do you want to do another one? These are actually really fun. Okay,
I'm a
bye.
billionaire and I'm only 3.